Hello peoples, this is just a quick review of Zorin OS 18.1 because a lot of people didn't want to switch from Windows 10 to Windows 11 because it's shit. So this is kind of an alternative, I suppose, but a lot of people didn't like Linux or find it hard to use, whatever. But the good thing about this version is you don't always have to use your terminal like other Linuxes, which is basically just this. So you didn't have to update it using this or install apps using your terminal. I'll show you this. Oh, what have we done there? There we go. This is it here, Zorin OS 18.1. But it's actually no bad. It's similar to Windows. Like, I mean, I've put it on tiling mode because I prefer that. Because it's bigger icons and that, and I don't have to put my specs on. You got your transmission if you want to download like files for Pirate Bay or other websites, basically, for downloading, which is quite good. You've got your OBS. That you've got to install yourself, the OBS, but it's easy enough. The good thing I like about it is you've got your update software update, which you can click. It shouldn't have any updates so because I've updated it. It's just scanning for updates. Like I said, it saves you having to go into your terminal. I mean, I'm used to using the terminal because I've been using Linux for a few years now, so I'm kind of used to it. But for those people that aren't used to using your terminal, this is a better way for you because it's kind of like Windows. The good thing about it though is you can set it so you don't have to take the updates unless you want them, which is quite good. Whereas Windows, it forces you to use the Windows update. I find it quite shit though that Microsoft's forcing people from Windows 10 to Windows 11 because they've stopped the security updates for Windows 10. And what a lot of people, what they didn't tell people is a lot of Windows 10 computers, if you've had it for a wee while, you can't install Windows 11 or upgrade to Windows 11 because a lot of the hardware isn't supported for Windows 11. I mean, there is ways around it, I suppose, but a lot of people didn't know. So they might end up scrapping their computer and wasting money and buying a new computer with Windows 11 in it, and then being stuck with all the bloatware and all the spyware and all the other shite that Bill Gates has put in it. But like I said, this is quite good. I'm just going to cancel the update thing here, if it lets me. There we go. Like I said, you can adjust it to look like Windows. You can right click on the start menu here and then go to Zorin Appearance, and you can adjust it to like that, for example, and then it'll look more like Windows, as you can see, and it's got your avatar thing at the top like Windows, if you like the Windows look. So it's an easy transformation from Windows to Zorin because it looks kind of similar. It's a good thing about it as well is it's got Wine built in as well, so you can also install like Windows apps into it as well, the EXEs and stuff, and that'll basically help you install it, which is quite cool. And as you can see, when you have the Wine, it gives you a C drive, kind of like Windows as well. Like here, your program files and stuff, which any Windows applications that you install will basically go in here, which is quite handy. What else? I mean, you can do quite a lot of it. It's got, like I said, I prefer the tile mode. But it's quite smooth. regarding like the snappiness, as you can see. And that's actually not too bad considering I'm using OBS and have a live wallpaper at the same time, and it's still running reasonably good. Some apps take a wee bit longer to open, but you get that on most computers, I guess. But aye, it's got most of your office stuff and all that as well, like Windows, so you're not really losing much. And like I said, if there's certain stuff that you use on Windows, you can install it in this, most of them anyway. You can jazz up the appearance and stuff. You've got themes and effects. You can enable, disable animation. You've got jelly mode, which I've switched on. Jelly mode is basically just what makes it wobble, so it looks quite cool. And then you've got your desktop cube. If you're jumping for different workplaces on your desktop, it'll basically revolve it like a cube kind of thing. A bit like desktop cube on Windows, pretty much. But it's quite good. You can take away your icons and that also, like Windows, so it's quite close. You can do the same sort of shit with it. And it's quite easy to do. Like I said, you don't have to use your terminal for everything, so that's quite handy. You can adjust your windows and that as well. Like I say, I'm not going to get right into it. I'm just showing you the basics, basically what it's got. I'm not going to get right into the settings and all that because the video will be too long, and I just want to make a short video. And you can adjust your fonts and stuff. But like I said, it's got the App Store, which is handy. There's quite a variety of apps, and it updates the apps every time new apps come out and stuff. But it's got quite a lot now. And like I said, they're all like flat packs and that. I mean, most of the apps that'll install for here that you need. But I mean, if there's other apps that might not be in the App Store, then you might have to use your terminal. But generally speaking, most apps are pretty much in the App Store, and you can always search if you want to, if you know the specific name of the app that you want. You can basically just search in here, and it'll find it for you. So it's quite good for that aspect. But it's got quite a lot of good apps to it. This is quite good if you're into like mixing and stuff. You've got your decks here. You can plug a controller in as well, so you can actually use a controller like a mixer or DJ decks or something. You can basically go into the settings and whatever. So that's quite cool. I installed that myself though, that didn't come with the Zorin. Not really much else. That's just your basically usual shit where to shut it down and stuff. Your power mode, you can adjust that to performance, balance or power saver and all that sort of stuff there. And it's got like your X screensaver as well installed, so that's quite handy if you want to do like screensavers and stuff, because other Linux versions, especially Linux Mint, doesn't have the screensaver anymore, because I think it was causing image burn. It was burning the image onto your screen, so they basically done away with it, which is a shame. Would have been nice to get the option though to can use it or no use it. But aye, it's got your file system, your home folder, like Windows, with all your usual stuff here, your documents, downloads and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, it's quite easy to use and stuff. You got your firewall, um, Brasero, which is quite handy if you've got a DVD writer, DVD-ROM or whatever. You can make your own DVD videos if you still use discs and no USB drives. Nobody really uses discs now. But they're still handy though, discs, because at least with a disc, unless it gets scratched, you're generally quite safe with a disc, whereas a USB drive can always get corrupted and stuff, so it's always handy, I guess, for certain stuff. You can just chuck on a CD, like your pictures and stuff like that. And as you can see, it runs the live wallpapers quite smooth. They didn't come with the Zorin though, the live wallpapers. I had to install that myself using Hidamari, which is this. So there you go. There's not really much else to say about it really, apart from it's reasonably good. Up to now anyway, I've not really had any problems with installing stuff that I usually use on Windows or whatever. But like I said, I don't like I normally dual boot to Windows because I don't like using Windows Online, so I've disconnected because I'm using Windows 10 Pro on the dual boot, but I only use Windows 10 for gaming, but I never really connect it to the internet because I generally didn't play games on the internet. I normally just install them into Windows and play them on the actual computer itself, because I got pissed off with Windows updates and all the rest of it, but they've kind of stopped updates anyway now, the security on Windows 10. And like I says, I don't want to go to Windows 11, so I'm just sticking to the Windows 10, but dual booting, and just a dual boot into this if I want to like go on the internet and do other stuff, and I just use Windows for the gaming, because it's a lot better for the gaming. I mean, I tried to install a game on this the other night, but it was a bit sluggish. I think it was Ghost Warrior Contracts 1 I tried to install on it. It did install it. It's a Windows game, and I did manage to install it, but unfortunately it was really, really slow and just didn't work properly, so I just deleted it. I mean, apparently Zorin was meant to be good for gaming. I mean, it might be good if you're using Steam or something like that, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't play online games, so maybe if I was playing it on Steam or something, it might play better because it's on the internet and not actually playing it through the computer, I don't know. But other than that, it's generally quite good. It's a damn sight better than fucking having all your crap on Windows 11, that's for sure. But like I said, I've been using Linux for a good few years now, so I'm kind of used to the Linux. So I didn't have any problems basically switching from Windows to Linux because I've been using Windows and Linux, like I said, on dual boot for a good few years now. So I used to use Kali Linux before this, and Linux Mint, which is quite a good system as well. I would say this is probably, I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 between this and Linux Mint. Because I mean, Linux Mint's no bad as well in its own sort of way. It's quite snappy and stuff. But this is, like I said, it's no bad up to now, this. But aye, there's not really much else I can really say about this, apart from it's a reasonably easy transition between Windows and this, especially if, like I said, if you go to here and if you change this to your normal Windows look, then you can pretty much have it looking like Windows, so it makes it easier for you to find your files and stuff. But I prefer the tile. So I hope this video was insightful and helped you a wee bit to decide whether you want to switch from Windows 10 to Linux Zorin OS 18.1. So peace out.